Hello everybody, and welcome back to my little chat about Healing Qualia. This is my part 3 in my video series where I have a little talk to everybody about the publication before the Healing Qualia Treatment Protocol is actually published on July 25th, which we're all very excited about. But I wanted to get it out into the public first because the underlying theme within Healing Qualia is every second counts in this space of child psychological abuse related to parental alienation, abduction, estrangement, and on a lot of levels lethal family harm that's associated with this as well. So for the adult children out there who've been subjected to their parents' high conflict divorce, separation, or they're just simply estranged children, adult children who have not met their biological parent or have known them for a very short amount of time. Sometimes they have been taken away, abducted, their parent does not know that they exist. This book's for them too. It's not just for alienated adult children, because there seems to be a large cohort of people who I treat who don't actually come under the parental alienation banner, but they're very similar and they're quite a similar offshoot. So they're included in the Healing Qualia Treatment Protocol, and I just want to show you a front page of the book and tell you a little bit about myself. So here's Healing Qualia. This is the manuscript. This is part 1 of the manuscript. This is the other part of the manuscript. So together they are one book. So it's over 1,000 pages that we will be reading from, bits and pieces and excerpts and things that I just feel like reading. I'm not going to be too, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. It's not how I like to work. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Dr. Alyse Price-Tobler. I'm a clinical psychotherapist, which means that I'm trained in a lot of modalities. So I work with people not just with CBT or one particular modality. I can switch and change across many, many modalities. And I've been working on the front line in mental health and disabilities for 35 plus years. I've always worked in complex crisis work on the front line in New South Wales in Australia, and I absolutely love this work. So the people that I generally work with from the age of 18, I've been working in this field. I started out as a support worker on a holiday camp with my sister. It's her fault that I do this work, and we started out as support workers, and we've tracked along a similar path all the way through. My brother's also done a lot of support work as well, so we're very entrenched in the community, and the community, we love our communities wherever we are. So it's extremely important to me that Healing Qualia was developed. So to not sound too repetitive, basically I am a clinician. So I'm a professional mental health clinician who works in this space: mental illness, severe and persistent mental illness, sexualized behaviors with people with disabilities. I work a lot with them. I do a lot of frontline family and domestic violence work, intimate partner violence work. I work a lot in the group homes with a lot of people with intellectual disability. I've had a long period of time working with the Schizophrenia Fellowship of New South Wales organisation, who are brilliant. And as I said, I've had a long time in the field in community work with councils as support work, and then working my way through mental retardation nursing, and then moving up to the point where I studied a doctorate and a twin study doctorate, which is what Healing Qualia is. actually from. So all of the research that I collected, all of the data that I collected when I interviewed my 2 cohorts. So basically for about the last 10 years, I've been thinking about treatment protocols for adult child survivors of high conflict divorce, of which I am one. And really, I just want to say in this space, for those of you who are practitioners with lived experience, don't be afraid to stand up. 50% or more of the population all now come from divorced families. And traditionally, there's been a lot of stigma around saying you have lived experience in this area, but that's very out of date now. And there's a lot of pushback from some mental health practitioners in this field who don't like the lived experience practitioners speaking up. And really, we need to get with the program, because coming from the Schizophrenia Fellowship, lived experience, 50% of lived experience are on the board. That's their charter. During conferences, they're the best speakers to listen to, because they have all the insider knowledge that the researchers and the psychiatrists, etc., haven't gleaned yet. So they're a wealth of information. We love listening to them. We learn so much and we're so appreciative. And a lot of them move on and they do peer support work as well. So they're working with other people with lived experience who are trying to get along. So if you're one of the adult child survivors whose family have been through high conflict divorce and you're a mental health practitioner, stand up and own it. And one of the things that I noticed during my PhD twin studies, volume 1, this is the adult child survivors that I interviewed. So this entire cohort came under the criteria of child psychological abuse related to severe level parental alienation. 50% of them were also abducted. So this book is all of that PhD in here, all of the complex intersecting traumas that they have been through, spoken about, what treatment protocols or treatment modalities have been used with them, any kind of therapies at all that we used with them were captured in here. What worked, what didn't, and why is all about the study 1. And then my second study in the PhD was the mental health practitioners, the best in the world. So these practitioners, to get into my study, had to be working with adult child survivors of severe level parental alienation. They had to be in that category, and they were the best in the world, and they're brilliant, and they came up with so much information. First time we've ever captured it. It was amazing, and all of the different treatments that they use and ideas that they have, and how to protect themselves from vicarious trauma, protect themselves, what they do in the family court system. That's all captured in this book. It's the amount of data that I captured was incredible. They were so generous and above and beyond what I ever expected. And so what I did was with the two lots of data, because I asked them about what treatments they were using, because this is what I'm very interested in, having sat in front of a lot of psychologists because of my parents' divorce. I was very interested in what they were using. So I compared and contrasted the data from study 1 with study 2, and all the results are in here, and they are very interesting results, let me tell you. And from that study, it basically showed up that there is no treatment protocol that I know of, that my university knew of, with regards to treating adult child survivors of child psychological abuse related to severe parental alienation, mild or moderate, familial abduction, estrangement, and lethal family systems. So that's what this is. So yeah, I'm very proud of it. This book and the other book, over 1,000 pages of treatment. I call it my book baby. I actually carry around the manuscript everywhere I go because I've been editing it for such a long period of time. Over a year I've been editing, hand editing. So at one point I had it in the trolley at the supermarket with all my apples and bananas and everything that I used to feed the possums. I just had it in the trolley with me, and anyway, I carry it everywhere, so it's very, very special to me, and I work on it night and day. So anyway, getting back to this, I wanted to talk about every second counts towards stopping suicide, and this is one of the screenshots that I got. It comes from the series The Bear. So I don't know if you've watched it, but every second counts when you're a chef and you're in the kitchen, and my son's a chef, so it's sort of it hit home with me, and I thought every second counts also with my research, and that's what I've been thinking for the last 10 years. Every second counts. So every second I've had that I haven't been at work or doing family activities, I've been thinking about writing how I'm going to write Healing Qualia. So I'm very proud of it. It's about to be published, and I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the clinical urgency and ethical publication today of Healing Qualia and why I've done it. So let me swap glasses. So the original visual reflection, like I said, was inspired by a screen image from The Bear, which the author used privately as a reminder to keep moving towards completion. In the context of this manuscript, the phrase reflects the urgency of making treatment guidance available for adult survivors who may be living with severe distress, suicidality, and delayed recognition. So, for some adults of CPAPA, which stands for Child Psychological Abuse Related in the context of parental alienation, and also the other areas that this covers as well, so familial, abduction, etc., etc. It's all covered under the one CPAPA acronym. Prolonged delay in recognising and treating the clinical consequences of this abuse is not a neutral matter. The phrase "every second counts" becomes a private reminder to continue moving this work towards completion, particularly when the scale of the manuscript, the emotional weight of the material, and the absence of an established treatment pathway made the task feel overwhelming. Within this section, the phrase is used to mark the clinical urgency of making treatment guidance available where adult survivors may be living with distress, suicidality, delayed recognition, and repeated misclassification. The decision to publish outside a university-funded pathway was therefore not a substitute for research standards, but an ethical response to an urgent and under-recognised clinical problem. This work has been advanced from the author's doctoral research, accumulated clinical practice, practitioner consultation, survivor-informed knowledge, and ongoing clinical and peer supervision to provide timely guidance for clinicians working in high-risk and under-recognised contexts. The HQTP is offered as a living clinical framework rather than a closed or definitive model. It is not presented as the final word on treatment for adult survivors. Rather, it is offered as a structured, phased-based contribution to a field where survivors and clinicians have too often been left without adequate treatment guidance. And I invite universities, research institutes, clinical teams, survivor-led organizations and professional bodies to build on this work through formal clinical trials, outcome studies, qualitative research, implementation research, and comparative evaluation. Such work is welcomed as part of the ongoing development of this field. The framework is grounded in the principle that ethical practice with this population requires humility, restraint, clinical discipline, and a willingness to prioritize safety and autonomy over certainty, authority, and professional ownership. So I just would like to have a moment where I can talk to this subject. So the reason why I went ahead and I did not go through the postdoctorate path at my university is because it would have taken years, and I don't actually think we have years to wait. It would have taken a lot of money, and every second counts towards stopping suicide. And the reason why I wrote this, I just didn't really have the time to wait for all of the big institution systems to roll along and lose more adult child survivors to suicide. So my PhD supervisor at the time just said to me one day, why don't you just start writing it? So I did. So this is the end result. So as soon as I finished my PhD, I basically started writing Healing Qualia, and I didn't get paid for it. I just did it because I feel that there is an absolute huge need for this to be out in the public. And as this explains, anyone, I'm quite happy for anyone, any university or anyone, I'm inviting you all to read over this, build on it. We just need to get more understanding amongst the population of adult child survivors. So I'm really proud of it. I can't wait to publish it. And I just think I just wanted to show you something here. So this is very personal to me, this research. This picture here is me and my father. And this one here is also me and my father. But as you can see, this one is me as a very young girl with my siblings and my father on our last contact visit. And that's also my uncle, who I didn't see for 23 years. And this is us when we reunited. So years later, this is how different he looked. And I do write about what this is like in Healing Qualia. When we do remember someone by a previous picture, because that was the picture that I had in my head last time I saw him, and I used to think he was just the ant's pants. I tell you, he reminded me of James Dean and Elvis Presley, and I loved my contact visits with him. But like I said, 23 years later, this is what he looked like when I reunited with him. And I do write about what that space is like for me. And there's a part in here where Dawn and Andrew, who are on the front covers, Dawn McCarty here, my cover girl here, she's got the hand of the person who actually abducted her on her shoulder here during a family event. So she was taken from her father and out of the stairwell by her mother, who'd been gone for quite a long period of time, and her new husband. This is the hand of her abductor here on his shoulder. There's me at 15. Not a happy camper, I tell you. That was a shot taken in photography class one afternoon. And this is Andrew Faulkner, who was alienated and taken away by his father and stepmother, so away from his mum. So between us, we've got quite a lot of years where we didn't actually see our parents. So we have incredible lived experience. We also have an incredible connection between us. But the adult child survivor community is amazing, because like I spoke about in my last two videos, this is the book that we put together after we had the first conference in the world for adult child survivors a couple of years ago. So we've got all the people on the back who actually came and spoke, and got some very famous people in here actually. Oh, look, there we go. We've got Dr. Stan Carosi here. We've got Ginger Gentile here. We've got Marty Mongello here. Dr. Rebecca Bailey's in here somewhere. I'm not sure. Oh, yes, there she is. And so we had a lot of people coming and talking, and we also won the James Madison Award, Book Award for America for the President of the United States James Madison Book Award we won for this book. So we're really proud of it. And we ran that conference over a 2-day period, and during this time the venue that we were hiring got hit by a hurricane twice. So first there was Hurricane Helene, and then there was Hurricane Milton hit the same spot in Florida that we were going to. So it went online, and it still went on, even though everyone said there's a hurricane coming. So because we were all across the world, we were able to actually pick up and run the conference from different countries and just keep it going. So until the whole thing went through over a 2-day period. So we're really proud of this book and the conference. So there's a lot of work being done in the adult survivor space. And I just want to say, in my volume 2 with the practitioners, 50% of them had lived experience themselves, which I found absolutely amazing. So I think in this world, this day and age, with so many divorces going on, that adult children of high conflict divorce and separation and alienation and abduction and all of that, there is no stigma in this area. There's too many of us now to be worried about anything like that. So please stand up, speak up, send us all love so that we can get Healing Qualia out to who we need it to go to. And I'm just so proud of this book and all of the people who've helped me to have supported me to write it in all of this time. And I'll put this up in YouTube, and we're working really hard, and we've got the grandparents that we're holding as well, and the siblings and the cousins and everybody who has not been able to see one of their children or adult children. And I was told the other day, one of the fathers who works with one of the friends of mine, I won't name, said that this particular father goes down to the local shopping centre like most days and sits there and wonders, are any of the boys, like adult boys who are walking around that supermarket, are they his sons growing up? Because he just found out he's actually got 6 grandchildren as well. So he looks at all these young children wondering if they're his grandchildren. Like, this is his life. He has not seen his children for so many years. They're now adults with children. The way to stop parental alienation will be if we can get Healing Qualia out to the practitioners, to train the adult children in the psychoeducation and to teach them what's happened with them, and to work through the treatment protocol with them very slowly, very carefully. We need to protect this cohort, look after this cohort, and train ourselves so that the adult children who I captured in volume 1, who said the amount of help out there for them was so limited that they were actually going and reading everything they could find for themselves and getting their psychoeducation up to a really high level, and often they knew more than the practitioners they were sitting in front of. This happened time and time and time and time again. And I actually listened to Maddie Wellborn's video today where she was interviewing Dr. Craig Childress, and she said the same thing. And if you want to see a lot of great content by another adult survivor, go over to the Anti-Alienation Project and have a look at what Maddie Wellborn is doing. And she just spoke the words that my data captured with the adult child survivors. The lack of treatment is astonishing and the suicide rates are very high. And considering how many children of divorce and high conflict divorce there are across the world now, Healing Qualia needs to get out there as soon as possible. And if anyone else has got a better idea than what I've come up with, I welcome it. I would love to talk to you. So maybe we can join forces, who knows. But on that note, I'll stop talking and I'll put this up on to YouTube, etc., etc. And I wish you all well, and be kind, go very gently with each other, and just remember the children, keep a light on the children, because this is not a gender war. This is a child abuse problem. A lot of people aren't noticing it. The courts aren't noticing it. A lot of the practitioners aren't noticing it. There are so many adult children out there now who are suffering because there wasn't enough education available. So we just have to get better. We have to get better, and as in not physically or mentally, we have to do that too, but get better in our professional development, get better in protecting the children. We are the mandatory reporters. We are responsible for professional development. We are responsible for seeking out education and learning, and that's what I've had to do. And I am a child who's been to a lot of schools and had a very rough education, which you'll see pictures of in the back of Healing Qualia when it's released. But I'm very proud of myself when I stand up now in this space, and hopefully my lived experience voice crossed with a practitioner, crossed with an academic researcher, brings in a fresh perspective into this space. And just peace to you all. That's what I want. I want peace, and I want the children protected, and kindness, and think about any fighting that is going on, stop it, because the adult children are here now and they have a lot to say about being exposed to this level of family violence as young children, and they will be the key to stopping it, because we can get Healing Qualia to the practitioners. They will be working with the adult child survivors, who will then understand what they've been through, and there may be questions coming at the practitioners who they worked with before, and family members who've practiced alienation and domestic violence and coercive control, all of the rest of the stuff that goes with this space. There will be questions for them. Winter is coming for them. They've got to remember, these children grow up and they will have questions. And if Healing Qualia does what I think it's going to do, and it already has been doing with, I won't say how many adult children have already read this book. The feedback that I'm getting is incredible, and that's who I've written it for. And if it passes the pub test with the adult child survivors, then I hope and pray that we are on the right track here. But it's going to take a village, and the adult child survivors can get the psychoeducation, do the therapy that we need to move through to heal. They can stop the trauma going down to their children and grandchildren. So fingers crossed. The adult children, I believe, actually have the key to this, and Healing Qualia is the way through. So if you've stayed till the end, I want to say thank you very, very much for listening to me talking head. And I look forward to doing part 4. Thank you very much, everyone. Go gently, take care of each other, stop the fighting, look after the children. It's not a gender war, okay? All right, bye everyone.